Hey everybody, C-Note here, and welcome to Dopamine. I am here to help you, my fellow INTP, to figure out life, because it's hard out here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about figuring out what you want to do. I get that question all the time. I see it all over the internet. INTPs are always like, how do you figure out what to do with your life? I don't know what to do. There's so many possibilities. I don't know. I like things. And I think an INTP can have this issue because we're learning how to become a little bit more elegant with our extroverted intuition. And as we become more elegant with it, we start to realize that extroverted intuition is not just about taking advantage of every possibility and starting a million projects, but that we need to pair it with our introverted thinking to make decisions, to make choices that will affect what we want to do going forward, right? So figuring out what you want to do comes twofold. First is you have to literally list out all of the things that you are interested in, just generally interested in. Put it in your mind or write it down. I would suggest actually literally writing it down. All of the stuff that you could be interested in, right? I think that is a good start. And give yourself a time limit. The time limit is the pairing of your NE with your SI, because your introverted sensing, which you can review in the introverted sensing video, which I'll post below, is the way for you to anchor some of those measurements, right? So it's not just about being completely freeform. That's what NE is. NE is the desire to just be completely loose and freeform and do whatever, right? But for you to take your introverted sensing and give yourself some sort of limit. So maybe it's writing for 15 minutes or for 5 minutes. What are the things that come out, that speak to you? Because chances are the things that come to mind first within those 5 minutes are the things that you are more likely going to be looking at and seeing if you can drill into, right? Introverted sensing is also responsible for you going just a little bit deeper into things. So it's not just taste testing, though. If you have no idea what to do, taste testing is a good thing to do, right? If you have no idea where to start, you're like, I don't know what my interests are. That means just trying things is where you need to go. That's the second thing, is just trying things. Trying anything, going for a walk, going to ride a bike, go to a donut shop. I don't know, do something. Pick a thing, look on your events page on Facebook and just kind of look at what sticks out to you. Even if something isn't interesting, go and check it out anyway. It's about taste testing and then being aware of what might be interesting to you, right? And then checking in with your introverted sensing and saying like, okay, not only is this something that's interesting, but is this something that I can turn into a business, or that I can get a job from, or that I can make something viable out of, right? So there are qualifications for whether or not you should move forward with something, right? Because for an INTP, it's really easy, again, to just start project after project after project. But it's really the heavy work of doing the introverted sensing, of grinding through the work, of doing something that takes a little bit more of a deep dive, will be what ends up getting you to a fulfilling place. Now, another thing to consider is the inferior beacon, that I like to call, of your extroverted feeling. Now, I think the ultimate goal for a lot of INTPs is to make some sort of societal change, which is ironic. Like, we don't really care a lot about what's happening in our immediate sphere of people a lot of the time. We're so focused on using our introverted thinking that we're not in tune with emotional states, so like we don't care. But in the big picture, we care. And I know for a fact that you care. To some degree that you care. So the reason that I'm doing these videos is because I care. I care about INTPs. I care about the people in my life. I care about people that resonate with my story and need help, that are going through a situation similar to mine. So it's not about just helping anyone, not helping the entire world, but taking a moment to assess what it is that has helped you go through the drama triangle in your life, going through difficulties, and how you want to use your introverted thinking to help them, right? Whether that's through a service, whether that's through a trade of some kind, right? The big picture is going to be a part of that consideration. So I've kind of gone all over the place here, but in INTP style. But really, one of the big things here is just give yourself time to write a list, 5 minutes, set a timer, honor that timer, and just write everything down. and look at it and pick 1, 2, maybe even 3 things that you're like, I need to start something around this. Not just start it, but plan to finish it. Look at what the entire thing looks like. What is this going to be? How am I going to complete these things? Because I know completing things is not as exciting, but getting that satisfaction of getting something done and doing something that you love and something that is going to honor your functions is going to be incredibly powerful for INTPs to be able to move forward with, right? So figuring out what you want to do is a matter of taste testing, and then maybe going a little bit deeper on the things that resonate with you a little bit more, right? So it's not, I think some of the challenges is that we feel like because we're interested in so many things that we have to pick all of those things. That if we pick all of those things, we have to start them and go through them, right? So it can be arresting, and it can leave INTPs in a place where we don't even bother starting because it's too much. So the goal is to identify how something can be a little less too much. I know that wording is a little confusing, but what I really mean by that is take that list, pick a couple things, go a little bit deeper with it and see where it goes, and honor the singular focus of that idea. And it doesn't mean you have to put yourself into a box forever, but picking something allows for new doors to open, allows for new possibilities to take shape. So I think one of the things that becomes a challenge also is that if we feel like we pick something, then we're eliminating all of the other possibilities. And that's not true either. You know, we can always keep taste testing things. We can always keep trying things. But if we pick something and we go into that whole new world, there are just new possibilities that open up. There are new things to play with within particular spheres, right? So I'm doing these YouTube videos, for example, and there's just so many possibilities. I've decided I've picked YouTube. I've done podcasting for a long time. Now I've picked YouTube and I want to do these videos. And there's just a world opening up for me around all of these topics that I can share, all of these possibilities, and then how I can convert this into a business by collecting email addresses and some of the programs that I offer below, right? So those are all very invaluable things to connect with. So I'm going to wrap up as my partner's coming home soon, but I appreciate you guys for being here. If you have questions, if you're confused about what you want to do next, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll catch you next time. Hit up dopamine.life and like and subscribe and all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.